When I see that a black activist male is with a white woman, I shut my bitch ass up and I just block because what the fuck do you mean you're a winter soldier? If I were back in the day and I could have blocked MLK too, I probably fucking would have. I'm not an MLK black. I'm definitely a Malcolm X black, and that's part one. Part two, there is a difference between being someone who advocates for the black community and is really ride or die, and your partner happens to be white. That's different. And here's the thing, I'm not sorry that I don't trust black men who claim to be activists that date white women, because had this been 30 years ago, you would have been on a t shirt. Had this been 60 years ago, you would have been on a newspaper on a back page. Doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter what was said, what actually transpired. You would have been a headline, maybe, or it would have been buried for time to maybe tell. And that's what I think that a lot of these people are missing, is that, like, yeah, and here's the thing. I've had a lot of people from many different sides say, if you want things to progress, you have to have black people working with white people. I get that. But if your focus is on the advancement of white women, I'm not really here for what you got to say, because you got a whole slew of black women that are your sister, your cousin. Where's the advocacy for them? Where's the money going into the black community that you're making off of videos and social movements and publicity for whatever cause you feel like you are propping up? That money goes right back into that white lady's pocket. It's not going back into the black community. And when you have babies with that white lady, that baby is socialized by the mother. So you're socializing a mixed child to be white and not preparing them for the world. It doesn't really compute for me, because it doesn't compute. That's not a real equation, babes. Maybe it's a fallacy, but it's not an equation that actually computes. And I get so annoyed and block heavy and block happy because I don't have the time for that on my feed. It's frustrating, because not that I'm out here like being like, black love is the only love. I date white men. But there is a difference when a white woman is dating a black man and a black man is making that white woman his Coretta Scott King, and a black woman being with a white man and still moving the movement forward, because at the end of the day, black women are double oppressed, black and a woman. Men still see through the patriarchal lens and still benefit from patriarchy. Even if they're on the lower rung of the patriarchy, you're still benefiting from the patriarchy, so you're not able to see all of the different injustices that are happening at every angle. Black women are able to see that from every angle, because no matter what happens, even if I'm with a white man, I'm still a black woman in this fucking country that has to see all the bullshit. And then, well, if I even marry a white man and have children with that white man, my babies are still black because they're socialized as a black person. So, regardless of what happens, my baby's black. And I'm sorry, I've never seen a mixed child with a black mother who perpetuates anti blackness as their lifeblood, like I have seen with people who are socialized by white mothers. And I can name some examples if you'd like, but I think we all can just drop them in the comments, because we already fucking know who they are. And I'm not saying that every mixed person who's socialized by a white woman is like that. A lot of people have done a lot of deconstruction, and I will acknowledge that. But a lot of the anti blackness that a lot of those mixed children say they received was from both sides. I don't know really many black women who would be with a white man and stay with him if they knew what would happen to their baby would be riddled with anti blackness in the home. They would leave very quickly, because if it's going to the baby, it's also going to me. Black men don't get that. And I'm sorry, this is going to hurt feelings. I don't care if you're mad, because I've seen the proof, I've seen the pudding, and I'm not hungry. Thank you.